The thing is, it's not going to be as free elo as my previous video because Tristana is finally getting changed. So yeah. So the reason why Tristana, oh yeah, in case you didn't notice yet, I'm talking about Tristana. The reason why Tristana is such a strong champion is because well, Vayne is strong because she's a late game champion because of her W and her kit. She's weak early. Tristana is kind of the same, but she can be really strong early as well if you max E first. And she's a stronger late game champion than Vayne, I would say. At least in general. Against tanks, Vayne is better because of her W. So the reason why she's so strong is because of her passive. One of the main reasons is her passive. She has the biggest basic attack range, level 18. Caitlyn outranges her until Tristana reaches level 9, I believe. Kog'Maw outranges her as well, but with W. I think Jinx outranges her as well, early levels, with her Q. Rocket auto hits. Yeah, but late game she has the highest auto attack range besides Kog'Maw, maybe I would say. But Kog'Maw has to use his W. Tristana is just basic, like you don't have to use any ability and it's permanent. Not for like 5 seconds or something. Another really strong thing on her is her Q. It increases a lot of attack speed, like really a lot. 110%, it's like 2 to 4 items, I would say. So you basically don't even need to build attack speed if you don't want to, because you have rapid fire. Rocket jump is one of the most broken escapes for AD carry, I would say, because of the resets. You can just, like, if they try to focus you, you can rocket jump away, and when you kill or get an assist, you can rocket jump again, constantly kiting over walls or just creating distance all the time. And if your W isn't enough, Buster Shot also, oh yeah, it knocks them back, and the range increases on the knockback as well. Same for the, well, probably not on knockback, actually I don't really know, I never checked. But the range of your E and your ulti increases as well with your auto hits per level. So your ulti is pretty broken as well, you don't even need someone to peel for you, making it pretty strong if you're playing solo queue, because you don't need to rely on anyone, you can just peel for yourself. Her ulti also has a bug that can sometimes happen. If you ulti someone away from close to a wall, he will be knocked back like ridiculously far, like the range of Xerath ulti, I would say. But that's very rare to happen. You can look it up on YouTube, there's a few videos that exist about it. Her E is not that important, I would say. Her E basically makes her push and pressure harder during laning phase, but it also makes her more vulnerable to ganks. If you max her E first, she'll be strong early game because of her E damage. Like, damage is pretty strong, like 100% EB scaling. Some people used to start turning as well on AD carry Tristana just for the easy early game. Her damage scaling is also all like 45 per level. So the only thing good about it late game, I would say, is previous ones, because if you have an occasion where you have to 1v1 AD carry, you can probably get advantage because you can reduce his attack, his lifesteal. I would advise to have a Duke partner supporting you if you're planning to play AD carry Tristana, but it's not really needed that much because of her self peel. That's one of the reasons why she's so strong. Like, she can peel for herself with her ulti, and she can create distance non-stop with her W. Anything else I have to say? Oh yeah, Tristana is finally getting changed, thank God. Before she was pretty brainless, like all you had to do is max Q first if your enemy is bad and just Q whenever you have it and stay at a distance, which is pretty stupid. Plus she can build like Twitch can. Normally I would go for 50% plus crit, static shift and renowned hurricane. But in some occasions, if the enemy doesn't group up much, a summon renowned for more damage. The new this is recorded before during the patch 5.1, so my assumptions about the new Tristana is she won't be as stupidly broken anymore as before, and she'll actually not be a brainless champion anymore. I think the change is really good because it forces you to play Tristana more strategical. On the new Tristana, her E will... actually, I think I can open it myself to show you. Her E is a lot stronger now, I would say. It's like Kalista E. Like you use it on champion, for example, like a tank. So basically you can use it, for example, on a tank and you can burst him down really easily. It's like Fane W, I would say. Like, her E change makes her more like Fane, I guess, late game. Her Q will get nerfed. It will give less deck speed, thank God, because it's fucking broken. Like 110%, level 5, come on, it's so fucking broken. So yeah, her new E will make you able to you can E an enemy and then you can hit him, and the more you will hit him, the more damage the explosion will do. I believe the explosion is also AoE, yeah. Good part about it is you can also use it on towers, so Tristana, her siege potential, that's something I'm afraid of. Like, her siege potential is really strong already because of her Q and long attack range. Now it will get a lot stronger as well, because if the enemy team doesn't do anything against Tristana, like, you can just eat the tower and focus it down, and yeah, you'll deal a shit ton of damage to it. Final trick you can also do with Tristana, the new Tristana, will be you can E an enemy tank, hit him a few times, and before the explosion goes off you can ulti him into the enemy team, so then you can deal all the damage to their backline basically, if they don't position well. And that actually makes me excited. Like, I don't play AD carry anymore since season 2 because I think it's such a boring role. But yeah, I kind of only main Tristana, I would say, like frequently. That's pretty much the only champion I play as AD carry since season 1, frequently. But she's pretty boring now, and the 5.1 Tristana will be a lot more exciting because you can make plays with your E. Like, it's not just mindlessly rocket jumping away, peeling, knockbacking enemies away with your ulti and using Q whenever it's up. It will actually demand you to use your E properly. You can also E and W onto the target for more explosion damage, but unless you're EP Tristana, I don't even think EP Tristana will be viable anymore. It's kind of pointless, I would say. Unless you're really ballsy on far ahead, I would guess. It can pay off, but it's not worth the risk, especially not as CD carry, I would say, with long range. Yeah, but your E is going to make her a lot more interesting and less brainless. Like, you'll actually need some thinking now to use your E properly. Like, for example, you can bait them into a jungle area where the area of fighting is cramped up and smaller than usual, like the river on a lane, for example. And what you can do then is you can eat their tank, for example Sejuani, and right as she tries to dash onto you, you can knock her back right before your E explodes into enemy backline. And you can take like 20 to 50% out of the enemy carries, which is pretty nice. So my guess now will be that Tristana will focus on getting good ease off and occasionally doing sick reset plays like Eing, Wing to enemy, going back out W, going back in with W. Yeah, it's just going to be a lot more exciting, I would say. Like I said, when you E the enemy and rocket jump on him, the E explosion damage will deal more damage. But it's not a good thing for AD carry to do, to go into enemy team. So unless you're really a god at Tristana and can make sick plays and calculations, I guess you would be better off just Eing the enemy, playing the ult, like having your playstyle be like the ult Tristana, or just Eing the tanks and trying to push them back into the enemy team before your E explodes with your ulti. Yeah, but she'll be a lot stronger now because of her E at Taurus. Like, you'll take Taurus a lot faster, as if you didn't take it fast enough already. But that kind of makes up its rapid fire attack speed nerf, I guess. Anyways, I have fun playing her and getting free low, I would say. She won't be as much as different from the old Tristana. Just a few minor changes like her E and more options to her playstyle, making her more interesting. I'll probably record another video playing Tristana after the patch is done, I think. I don't know actually. I'm not really a AD carry player anymore, but I might, just for the sake of getting a video up, I would say. So yeah, have fun playing with the new Tristana, I would guess, and gaining free elo. Bye bye.